Welcome to this session on automating repetitive processes using background jobs and batch input in SAP ERP. In this demonstration, you'll learn how to schedule background tasks using transactions SM36 and SM37 and how to automate large-scale data entry using batch input recordings through SHDB and SM35. These tools allow you to streamline daily operations, reduce manual effort, and optimize SAP system performance. Background jobs in SAP are designed to execute tasks in the system automatically at specified times without needing user interaction. They're perfect for heavy data reports, nightly updates, and tasks that can be scheduled during off-peak hours. Similarly, batch input sessions allow you to record your steps for a transaction and replay them to automate data entry, saving hours of time for routine tasks. Let's consider how this automation supports a company like Pepsi on a global scale. Picture Pepsi's supply chain and finance operations across its many international facilities. Every night, batch jobs are scheduled to update inventory valuations, process invoice verifications, and run sales reports, all handled in the background using SM36. For example, in Mexico, the inventory team schedules a nightly job to reconcile inbound deliveries with the day's goods receipts. This background job runs automatically at midnight, ensuring the morning team starts with accurate stock levels. In parallel, Pepsi's HR department in Poland uses batch input sessions to onboard new hires into SAP. Instead of manually entering every field for each new employee, an HR specialist records a session in SHDB, defining the steps once and reusing them for every new hire. This reduces data entry errors, maintains consistency, and saves time during onboarding. Finance teams in North America rely on background processing to post thousands of vendor invoices. These postings are scheduled after office hours to avoid system performance issues during peak times. When the team logs in the next morning, the job is complete and reports are ready. The result? Higher accuracy, improved productivity, and consistent business continuity, even across time zones. Now think about your organization. Are there tasks your team performs manually every day that could be automated? Could scheduled jobs improve off-hour processing? Could batch input help your teams work smarter instead of harder? Let's explore how SAP background jobs and batch input processing can transform how you handle repetitive tasks and streamline your enterprise operations. SAP provides background processing capabilities designed to handle tasks that do not require immediate user interaction, thereby optimizing system resources and user productivity. These background jobs can execute extensive or routine processes in the background without interrupting your active session. There are two main ways to execute tasks within SAP: online processing and background processing. Online processing refers to tasks executed immediately with the user actively waiting for the outcome. Background processing, in contrast, refers to tasks scheduled to run automatically at designated times, freeing users from having to monitor these tasks continuously. To schedule a background job in SAP, first open transaction SM36, which is the transaction for job definition. You can do this by entering the transaction code SM36 into the command field and pressing enter. The job definition screen appears, which guides you through a straightforward step-by-step setup process. In the Create a Job screen, start by entering a descriptive job name to clearly identify its purpose. Then select an appropriate job class, typically low priority is chosen for standard, non-critical tasks. Click Continue to advance to the next step, defining the job task. Next, you'll specify the task you want the job to perform. Most commonly, this is done by selecting an ABAP program step. Click Continue, then input the exact program name of the ABAP report you want to run. Click the Variant button and choose the variant previously saved with your required selection criteria. A variant stores input values for reports, helping automate repeated report executions with predefined parameters. After selecting the appropriate variant, click Continue. The subsequent step involves setting the job schedule, where you define when the job should execute. There are several scheduling options. Immediately, selecting this runs the job right away. At a specific time, allows you to specify the exact date and time when the job should start. Recurring lets you set the job to run periodically, such as daily, weekly, or monthly intervals. After configuring the scheduling preferences, click Continue, review your selections, then click Complete to finalize and save the job. The system will then release your scheduled job, preparing it to run automatically according to the defined schedule. Once you have scheduled a job, it's important to monitor its status and review its results. To do this, open transaction SM37, which is the transaction for job monitoring, by entering SM37 in the command field and pressing Enter. Specify your selection criteria, such as the job name or date range, and click Execute to display a list of background jobs matching your criteria. Let's review the various job status indicators. Scheduled, the job is created and awaiting execution. Released, the job is confirmed and ready to run at the scheduled time. Active, the job is currently running. Finished, the job has successfully completed its execution. Cancelled, the job encountered an error or issue and has stopped prematurely. When dealing with large volumes of repetitive data entry or transactional processing, SAP offers batch input processing as an efficient alternative. To create a batch input recording, start by opening transaction SHDB, which is the transaction code for transaction recorder. You can do this by entering SHDB in the command field and pressing Enter. Click New Recording and enter a descriptive recording name, ensuring clarity for future reference. Enter the transaction code that you wish to record and click Start Recording. SAP will now capture each action you perform in the selected transaction, precisely recording all input and navigation steps. Complete the recorded transaction exactly as you would normally, ensuring accuracy and consistency. Once completed, click Exit. SAP will then display a comprehensive list of recorded steps. Review these steps carefully, then click Save to store your batch recording. After saving the recording, select it from the list and click Create Session. This will create a batch input session ready for processing. Next, open transaction SM35, which is the transaction code for batch input monitoring, by entering SM35 in the command field and pressing Enter. From the list of available batch input sessions, select the session you created. Choose your desired processing mode. There are three options here. Foreground requires user approval for each step, offering greater control and step-by-step verification. Background executes automatically without any user intervention, suitable for trusted and error-free operations. Error display only. Automatically executes but pauses and alerts the user whenever errors occur. Click Process after selecting your preferred mode, then click Start to initiate the batch job execution. The system will process your batch input, efficiently completing extensive data entry or routine tasks without manual repetition. Utilizing background processing and batch input sessions significantly enhances your productivity by automating repetitive tasks and efficiently managing system resources within SAP. Well done! You've now completed a detailed walkthrough of SAP's background job scheduling and batch input functionality. You've learned how to define, schedule, and monitor background jobs using SM36 and SM37, and how to create and execute batch input sessions using SHDB and SM35. These features are powerful tools for automating repetitive tasks, minimizing user involvement, and optimizing SAP's performance during peak and non-peak hours. They not only enhance efficiency but also promote data accuracy, resource optimization, and better user experience across departments. Let's return to our Pepsi example. Imagine the scale at which Pepsi operates. Hundreds of users inputting data, thousands of orders processed daily, and financial postings across multiple time zones. Without automation, this would require massive manual effort. But with scheduled background jobs and batch input sessions, Pepsi keeps its operations running 24/7 across countries and business units. Whether it's generating stock reports overnight, onboarding hundreds of seasonal workers, or posting vendor invoices after business hours, Pepsi relies on SAP's automation tools to ensure timely, accurate, and efficient results. Now reflect on your own SAP environment. Are there reports or transactions that could be scheduled instead of run manually? Are your teams still inputting the same data repeatedly when a batch input could handle it? Could better use of these tools improve performance or reduce overtime? With these tools in your hands, you're now empowered to scale your productivity, improve system efficiency, and automate the repetitive so you can focus on the strategic. Keep practicing and keep automating. You're doing great.